Do you know what day it is? It's Tuesday, March 10th, 2015. The time is 8:25 in the PM, and I still have not edited this week's episode, but I'm going to as soon as I'm done recording this intro. Want to let you guys know, this weekend, Indianapolis Comic-Con down at the Indianapolis Convention Center halls F through K. I'm going to be there. Tony's going to be there. Our team's going to be there. We're going to be doing something different, though. We're not going to be talking with a lot of the famous people. Jason Momoa, Jenna Coleman, Carrie Fisher, Rory McCann, Paige O'Hara, Linda Larkin. Some of them we're going to be able to chat with, but I'm really going to be focusing on conversations with the fans. I want to find out from you guys how you like the show this year compared to last year. If you were here last year in Indianapolis, you know that was the very first Indianapolis Comic-Con, and they had some struggles. It was the first time. I mean, if you do something for the very first time ever in your entire life in a very new location that you've never been to before, you're going to run into some issues. You're going to run into some speed bumps, but it's how you figure out how to get over the speed bumps. It's how you move forward and you don't dwell on the past. So I want to find out from the fans that were there last year how it compares. Is it better? Is it worse? Would you improve on it by certain aspects? Is it going to make any difference? I have no idea. I have no clue if that's going to change anything when they come back in 2016. But I want you guys to be able to voice your opinions. I want you guys to be able to say, hey, this is what I'm digging. This is what I'm not digging. And be able to have a voice and have some place that you can talk about your geek stuff, specifically with the Indianapolis Comic-Con. So come out there, find Tony, find myself. We'll be more than happy to pull out the microphones and chat with you guys for a little while, find out what you guys are thinking, and then go from there. So once again, this weekend, March 13th, 14th, and 15th, you can reach out to us on Twitter at GeekStuffOTCuff, and we'll be able to find you guys there. Thank you so much, and I will see you this weekend.
Hi, I'm Anthony Montgomery. We're here at Wizard World in my hometown, Indianapolis, Indiana, and you're listening to Geek Stuff Off the Cuff.
Off the cuff. Burp, 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 burp.
Dizza.
The robot has returned with an emotion
This
chip.
is Mbot 5000.
No.
Yep.
No.
That's my name.
Last time I let a robot name itself.
Yeah, I gotta turn around.
You can reset my name.
Can I reset your emotion chip?
Yep.
Good.
So this is gonna go out next week.
What are we going to
This
talk
one?
about? What are we going to talk
Probably
about?
conventions. That's what Tony was talking about.
That's not what?
Girl
Girl on girl
girl
conventions.
take. Yes.
LesCon.
Oh.
Verbal contract. Speak of it.
No.
Trademark.
Nobody's doing that.
Trademark.
Trademark that instantly. There's probably a con. It's probably in Vegas.
It's probably the week I'm going to be out there.
Oh yeah, Destiny will probably be there.
Hey, sweet action.
Destiny and her partner. What are you doing over there?
I'm doing nothing.
Yeah.
Destiny's partner,
Fate.
Crystal or Angel.
Fate.
Crystal, Meth, and Destiny. It's three different people.
Or Winter with a Y.
Winter.
Winter.
Winter. No, I thought we were talking about. I don't know.
I think since we have a female here, we could talk about the female perspective on geek stuff, which would include conventions, maybe how you feel like girls are incorporated into certain pop culture shows.
Yes.
And just kind of chat about girly stuff.
Tony's wife, Emily, is back and joining us around the wooden
Hey.
table of justice.
Yep.
And jeez. Every time we say Emily, she's just going to throw that in there. Mbot. Don't look at the board. You wrote stuff on that board. You
I
don't need to
did.
worry about that.
Well, there's important figures.
That's true. But it makes sense, Tony. There is important numbers and figures. And, we actually just got done talking with Sean from Indie PopCon.
Yeah.
And I think this is a good transition, a good idea from Tony to talk a little bit more about the female aspects of conventions. So Emily,
Yeah.
I want you to talk for 30 minutes straight
Ooh.
about what you love, hate, want to see more of, and never want to see again in conventions.
Listen, I
Without a
love
moment of hesitation.
Yes, just go,
grabs the mic,
go,
adjusts
go,
it,
go.
and she says, "Listen."
I love conventions. I love going. I love going with Tony and looking around and seeing all this stuff. But you know, I mean, it's overwhelmingly male, and even though like females are becoming more
I'm overwhelmingly male.
relevant,
Ditto.
sometimes.
Not
You know,
tonight. Yeah.
whoa. What was I saying? Oh, females, you know, are becoming more relevant to the geek scene. I guess you could say, but it still, you know, is overwhelmingly male. And a thing that I see a lot of and have experienced personally myself is the sort of the issue of cosplay and leering. and I know that when you cosplay, you kind of put yourself out there. But when I went to Horror Hound with Tony a couple years ago, he had a booth and was selling books. And long story short, one of the days I showed up in an outfit, and his booth got the most traffic that it got the whole weekend. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it's kind of weird. It's almost like you have to be afraid that you're going to be hit on all day and that you're going to be leered at all day, or that you're going to be judged on the other side of the coin, you know, on what you're wearing and what you look like while you're wearing it. I think that's a struggle.
I think that's a bigger ill of society in general, no matter
Yeah.
where you go. I mean, you could be walking down the street wearing a skirt or, you know, a shirt that you think looks good on you, and other people are instantly just going to form opinions.
Yeah.
And I think those opinions are amplified when you put fans together,
Totally.
because fans, one of the basic principle of being a fan is I have an opinion about something, a strong opinion, you know?
Yeah.
I like it, or, you know, I don't like
Yeah.
it, or whatever. So, but yeah, no, she's not joking. We during that convention, when she was there wearing that outfit, we purposefully left her alone in the booth for about 30 to 45 minutes just to see. And yeah, I mean, that was, guys would just stop to chat her up. Didn't even care what was in the booth. Just stop, take some pictures, do the thing. And, you know, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I don't mean that in a bad way, because, you know, I mean, everybody's entitled to do what they want to do within reason,
Yeah.
obviously, when they go to these things. And that's if that's their focus, then that's their focus. So.
And, you know, another thing that I've noticed going to conventions with you, Tony, is when we'll stop at a booth or, you know, stop somewhere and talk to people, mainly they will talk to you. Like, they will direct the conversation to you, assuming that I'll have no idea what they're trying to talk about. And a lot of the time I do, you know, I do know what you're talking about. I am a fan of what we're looking at. But I don't know, I just get the feeling that they're not looking at me. They're not wanting my input. They're not thinking that I'm interested. And I don't know if that's like everybody has noticed that, or if that's just a me thing.
I don't know.
My incessant need to be liked.
Yeah, maybe that's definitely a
You just
thing.
run up to random tables, like me, like me now.
No, on the flip side though, I did notice, especially maybe it was because we spent so much time at PopCon at that one booth that had a lot of like steampunk clothing and things like that.
Oh,
But I
yeah,
feel like
that's right.
I feel like a lot of times, but it wasn't even there. Like other artists and things like that we stopped at, they might talk to me about something, but they would try to sell to you. I don't know. Did you see that? Like, I feel like people were trying to talk a lot to you about like those clothing people. They were like, "Do you like
Yeah.
this? It's only this much. This would look really nice, don't you think?" And
Like
you
when
know,
that lady said I needed to have that $200 corset.
right.
So you bought 3 of
No,
them.
I did not.
Oh.
So now we are full-time stakeholders in the company. So. No, I mean, I don't know. I mean, when we stopped and talked to some artists, they would show, you know, they would talk about their stuff, but then I think they would show you certain things that they assumed you would like. Maybe I felt like a lot of the Disney princess drawings where they're like, "Look, we got this, and that's Frozen, and that," you know. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm zoned in on what I want to see, and I'm not seeing that other stuff, or I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it's interesting being the minority. I mean, females are a minority at these events
Yeah.
by far. Like, and I don't mean that to say like you're the only girl there, but I mean there are far more guys than gals there. So was there ever a point where you felt at any of the shows we went to, was there ever a point where you felt like unsafe or threatened?
Yeah. No.
Only when I'm with you, dude.
Go nerds. No. No, you know, nothing like that. But oh, geez, let me not throw things.
Wow.
No, nothing like that. It was just a very interesting dynamic, for sure. And I don't know. Sometimes I feel like girls go there just to be looked at. You know what I mean? Like, or, you know, they'll put themselves out there just to get the attention kind of thing. I don't know. It's just it's an interesting dynamic.
Cosplay has always been a very weird subject for me because it's the most direct form of objectification that you can come out and just do in blatant public without any sort of repercussion.
Yeah.
I mean, you go out there dressed up, I don't even know, like Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
You go out dressed up like Sailor Moon, guess what? You're dressing up like a fictional cartoon character with a super short skirt and everything's hanging out. And it's like, yeah, your costume could be dead on and it looks exactly like what it looks like on there. But it's a two-way street when it comes to it. It's like,
because you have to know what you look like.
Yeah, you have, and I'm not trying to justify or defend the guys that are like at the booth, like your situation where Tony left the booth and then all these guys came up to you. But even you said at the very beginning, you were like, I wore a very specific outfit. And then when Tony left, the surge of guys came over. And it's like, I definitely feel the pain. But at the same time, it's like, and this isn't just you, but anybody who dresses up like that, you're kind of asking for, hey, this is what's going on.
You want a level of attention.
Yes.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes.
Which is not a bad thing.
Right. But then you factor that in with nerds who are normally introverted, who normally fantasize about what all this stuff. No, but I mean, it's weird to think about. It really is weird to think about. But when you get multiple thousands of these guys and girls in a convention hall, and all of a sudden all these things that they fantasize about or read about or whatever else, now it's real right in front of them. It's like, well, now you're just kind of adding fuel to the flame of, oh, here we go. So, but at the same accord, I think that guys and girls still need to be respectful of what's going on. It's unfortunately just one of those weird segmented areas of life where nothing you do when you try to, like cosplayers, whatever you dress up like, there's going to be somebody there that's like, I like that a lot, regardless of what it is.
Sure.
Yeah.
And they're gonna flock to you, and they're gonna find you. Now, I wish that they wouldn't act the way that they do or say the things that they say.
Yeah.
But
well, I mean,
I was never like that though.
No,
I
that's fine.
never had.
Well, like I said, it is similar to what would happen in general life. I mean, you put a pretty girl in a short skirt and let her walk down the street. There's gonna be people that walk by her that might give her a passing glance and say, attractive girl, that's fine, all good, good for her, whatever. And then she walks by a construction site, where the guys are going to leer at her and things like that. Because there's different walks of life and there are different people in those different scenarios. I mean, it's, not along the objectification routes, but it's a similar thing for you and I, Jared, being wedding hosts and DJs. We put ourselves in front of people doing something, we put ourselves out there, with us, instead of it being a physical thing. It's a, sometimes it's an emotional or mental thing of, taking care of announcements, kind of being in the life of a party. Some people are going to like it. Some people aren't going to like it. I've had many experiences where people have come up and told me that they've appreciated what I've done. They've had many experiences where people have told me that I'm not great and this is what they think I should do differently. And I think that's just one of those things with anybody that puts themselves in front of others showing off something. Is that you're going to have to take the good with the bad. For every attractive girl that's going to get guys coming by her that she may not, quote unquote, want that attention, then you also have to ask yourself on the opposite end of the spectrum, if someone else is dressed in a certain way and people are disparaging him or her.
Yeah.
If I'm a kind of a skinny, lightweight guy, I would not dress up like Bane from Batman at a convention because I wouldn't look like it, So
I want to see that now.
I do too. No, I
Skinny
remember
Bane.
I read an article. I forget where it was probably BuzzFeed, but this girl wrote an article about her experience going to a con, and she was, she described herself as a bigger woman, a plus size girl, and she went to a con dressed as Wonder Woman, just because she wanted to. She liked Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
She wanted to wear the costume, like. I don't know. She was really excited. And her whole article was about how people made negative comments to her, like told her she shouldn't be wearing the costume, like, just saying all these horrible things. And I just, that's not why you go to a convention. You know what I mean? It's not, you go to embrace people who have similar interests as you I don't know.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. It's hard because sometimes you'll see people at conventions and you're like, Slave Leia, was that the best choice for you? But,
Sure.
and you can't really,
But at the same
you can't
time,
judge them because.
Right. They wanted to do it
Yeah.
and they paid a ticket like everyone else.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of what Sean was talking about previously. And listeners, you guys will hear this on an upcoming episode that, it's definitely, I think it's almost a necessity of convention makers, the people who run these conventions to try to foster that air of tolerance and unity and that group mentality instead of come here, get yours, go home. You're part of something bigger here. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's never going to be a perfect scenario because it's not an idea.
Humans
it's,
suck.
Right. Yeah. It's not. It's a situation that's just going to breed, issues. But whatever. It is what it is.
So from a female, and I think we can do this as well. But are there let's say the top 3 things that guys can do or guys should do when you're at a convention, or if you see a girl, what would be the top 3 or 5 things that you feel that would be appropriate if you put yourself in a Slave Leia costume and you went to a convention, I would assume that you're going to it knowing, okay, guys are probably going to come up to me. They're probably going to want to get their picture taken with me. You have stuff like that taken.
Stop waggling your eyebrows,
Go
creepo.
on.
Go on. Please tell me in detail. But what would be respectful? What would be the approach for John Doe walking up to you versus what I think we've all seen?
Mm-hmm. I think if you have to come up and talk to me at all, is number one. You could just say, I like your costume. It looks like you worked really hard on it. I love Star Wars. I don't know. Don't make it creepy. Don't just come up and be like, you are so sexy.
Damn, girl.
Which is what I heard a lot. I heard a lot, not just myself, but when we were at Horror Hound, I heard guys all day were like, you are so sexy. I like that costume. I want to take that home. Creepy. I don't need that. And I don't want to pose for a picture with you.
Were you hit on by the ladies' man, the Tim Meadows character from Saturday Night Live?
Yeah, that's a nice costume. That look great on my floor.
The back of your head is ridiculous. No, but just be nice about it. And try to kind of relate to me instead of treat me like an object. I mean, not me. I'm not saying me, but the royal.
You can definitely use yourself as the example because for nerds and for geeks, when they see a pretty girl, especially one dressed up like Princess Leia, their brain melts.
Oh, totally.
And I can totally relate to that because conventions that I went to, and then there was a Harley Quinn dressed up, and it was a smoking hot Harley Quinn dressed up. It was like I can't talk to her. I have no idea what to say that's not going to offend her, because if a nerd was just to go up and be like, hey, I like your costume a lot, that one phrase in my mind can be taken as, what do you mean you're looking at what I got?
Yeah.
See, that's how nerds' brains sometimes will overthink it.
Yeah, and I mean, hopefully, like you said earlier, girls who go to conventions dressed like that, they know kind of what they're getting into. But I think that it's a lot easier, to get through it if you would just approach it as you're being friendly, like you would anybody else. You would go up to a guy and say, hey, I like your Bane costume. Just go up to a girl and say, hey, I like your Leia costume. Can I get a picture? You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be such a creepy thing. And it also, you don't have to act so intimidated. I mean, I don't know.
I think what would definitely seal the deal from taking things out of the creeper zone into the respect from a fan zone is to talk about the content.
Yeah.
If you see someone dressed up as Sailor Jupiter or whatever, it's not like, damn, look at that girl, her skirt, man, baby, that's nice, I like that short skirt, versus this is your favorite, versus I like your Sailor Moon costume, Jupiter is my favorite, what do you like about her, or I love your Harley Quinn, she's my favorite Batman villainess, have you been reading her new miniseries, related content.
Excellent dating advice for you geeks going to cons.
Just
From
saying.
Schaab, who picked up all his ladies at the cons.
Not all my ladies. Sizable amount of ladies.
Oh, a sizable amount of ladies. No, I mean, and I, like I said, I think everybody should be free to do whatever they want to do and have fun, and just realize that everybody's there for the same reason, because we're all super nerds and we're all super awkward, and some of us just want to look hot for a second, dressed as our favorite character, and that's okay to do.
Okay, so for guys, don't be creepy.
Don't be creepy.
And you can not be creepy by being more conversational. Just go up, compliment them on whatever the outfit is.
The craftsmanship.
If well, would even that be creepy? If some dude came up to you and said, "I really love the craftsmanship of the supportingness of the top of your costume."
Did you stitch that corset yourself?
Yeah.
Had I worked really hard on it, I'd be like, awesome. But had I just gone and got it at Party City, I would say, move along.
Okay, so be conversational. I guess the second one that I'm picking up on is try not to just mac on every girl that walks by,
Yes.
but actually find a connection with the costumes that you have a true appreciation for. I'm a huge Green Lantern fan. I've seen few Green Lantern female cosplayers, but the ones that I have seen, I've really dug. It would be much easier for me to walk up to a Green Lantern cosplayer and go like, I'm really digging what you got, like the costume that you've got for X, Y, and Z reasons.
And and that's why, like I was speaking earlier, because you can speak about the content. That's the difference between I like this because I'm a fan of this versus you've got some stuff hanging out and I'm a fan of that, or whatever. You know?
Yeah. And like at the Horror Hound, like when people would be taking my picture, like literally somebody would come up and take my picture and somebody wordlessly would come and stand next to me until their picture was taken and then wordlessly walk away. Like it was so weird. Like they would just like I was Snoopy at Kings Island. Like it was so weird. So I don't know. Yeah. There's just a fine line between.
So the third thing for the guys, which kind of takes me into the first thing for the girls, would be don't expect a photograph just because you compliment them on their costume.
Yeah, definitely not.
But on the same accord, girls, you need to... I'm trying to figure out how to say this as appropriately as possible. You have to be verbal with geeks about what you're okay with. And if you're cool with, hey, do you want to take a picture? Tell them and just say, hey, do you want to get your picture or do you want to take your picture? Because I'm almost positive that you're going to have a better response from the guys if you're the one initiating saying, hey, would you like to get your picture taken?
Yeah.
Boom. Yes, I would. Thank you. And then you're done and over with it. Or you're probably going to have that creepy dude sticking around for much longer than you want him to.
Yep.
Or, I mean, if they ask, you can either say, sure, I've taken a lot of pictures. It's cool. It's, it's got somebody else walking by, Cobra Commander, hop in here, that kind of thing.
Right.
Or on the flip side, if you're not comfortable, just say, hey, I appreciate the interest, but I'm not doing pictures today.
Yeah.
It was cool to meet you and talk about
take
whatever.
Your picture as you're walking away, but that's fine.
Then you have clearance to punch him in the face. Yeah. Paparazzi.
What would be another one for the ladies, though? There was something else that I was thinking about earlier that was more focused for the ladies, and I can't think of what it is. Oh, if you're going to come to a convention dressed up, you need to be in the mental preparedness that you're going to get your picture taken. Don't take offense when somebody comes up and asks, because that's bugged me at the wazoo. I went to the Indianapolis comic convention last year, and there were girls, I think it was like Laura Croft or something just very generic-y or whatnot, and somebody came up. There was a heavier set guy, and he was just like, "Can I get my picture?" Now, the whole situation probably was not right. He just walked up, "Can I get?" And she just blatantly said, "No. What do you think I am?" And as I was standing there in line, I was thinking, I was like, "Well, you came to a comic book convention.
I think you're someone looking for
out
attention."
there.
Yeah. So
had that been like a really hot guy dressed up as like Superman, she probably would be like, let's take a picture.
Let's do it. Yeah, exactly. So regardless of what you're dressed up like, and I think this goes for guys and for girls, but if you come to a convention, be prepared. You're going to get your picture taken. And no matter how many times you say, that's not what I did this. That's not what I'm here
That's
for.
why you did that.
That's why you're there. Yeah, that's exactly why you're there. We all know it. You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it.
It's true. And I mean, I don't want to pare it down to like the most base level, but like PopCon last year, we went dressed up. I'm a big Sylvester McCoy fan. He's the very first Doctor from Doctor Who that I ever watched. I went dressed like Sylvester McCoy. Could I have gone to that convention in jeans and a t-shirt and still had the exact same experience? For the most part, yes. I mean, I had a chance to meet Sylvester. He appreciated the costumes that you and I were both in, Emily. But
you guys were in the same costume?
Yeah,
well,
totally.
she dressed up as his
weird.
companion.
Oh.
And Sylvester recognized her right away. But then the pictures that we took together were with like other Doctor Who fans. There were other doctors there, people dressed up as other doctors. Yeah. That was more of a fan-based thing where we were all doing it together.
Yeah,
so
that was cool.
But my point is, girls who are dressed up like that could easily wear plain clothes and still go to a convention if their sole purpose is to have the experience of being at the convention and getting things from the convention. Not, I want the attention.
I agree.
So.
But sometimes we want the attention.
Well, and if you, but I think that's what we're kind of saying.
You need a wristband.
If you want the attention.
If it's a red wristband, I want attention. If it's a blue wristband, then I don't want
wristbands, i.e. hemlines. Hemlines are the new wristbands.
Oh, come on.
Well, I'm just saying the truth.
Like a Catwoman jumpsuit.
So, speaking of conventions, this is going to go out after Wizard World, but Wizard World is this weekend.
Yeah.
Are you guys excited about anything specific? Are you guys excited about talking to anybody? And now Emily's got the wibbly wobbly eyebrows going on.
I am very excited that the Weasley twins from Harry Potter, Jamie and Oliver Phelps, will be there. I'm a huge, huge Harry Potter fan. Got all the books when they came out at midnight, went to all the movies at midnight. Love it. I just love it. It was a huge part of my childhood, and who doesn't love the Weasley twins? So hopefully we'll get an opportunity to, I don't know, stand close to them.
Emily's going to go to the convention dressed up as the little sister who married, married Harry?
Spoilers.
Ginny.
Yeah, the movie's been out
for
those of us who've only seen years.
Part of the first one.
Because you won't watch them. We almost did not continue our relationship when I found out that he didn't like Harry Potter.
One time. I never said I didn't like it. I just said that was a different age range for me. I was in a different time bracket where that was not my target zone when I was growing up. Harry Potter didn't exist.
Yeah. He was a Twilight guy.
Yeah.
Team Edward, hey.
Get out.
So you're looking forward to the Weasley brothers?
Sure am. Super excited.
I think they're only going to be here, Saturday? Is that right? Anybody?
You said they were going to be there all weekend.
I mean,
about that.
They're going to be here all weekend.
No, they're scheduled to be there all weekend.
Okay.
Oh, they are? Okay. I didn't know. I didn't have it pulled up in front of me.
I believe so. No, the only person at Wizard World that I think is not going to be there on Sunday, which is the only day that we can attend, is the one that I was most excited to see.
Who?
Big Willie Shatcheyes.
Oh.
Mr. Shatner himself. Gotta cut out. Gotta go do stuff.
Gotta go.
Another Priceline commercial, or I don't know.
He's gonna. Yeah, that's probably.
But I won't be able to see him. Unless there's fingers crossed he's at the media day on Thursday. Yeah, right. Can't be bothered. Maybe. I mean, I doubt it.
Michael Rooker would be another cool person to meet.
I'm excited about Michael. We're on first name basis.
Will you text him? Will you text him right now?
I'm excited about Karen.
Yeah, Karen Gillan.
Yeah, Karen Gillan.
I don't know if I really need to meet her. I don't know. Like, out of the Doctor Who universe, like, that would not be the person that I was like, yes, I need to meet you. I need to get my picture taken with you.
I haven't looked too closely at the panel. I don't know what's going on Sunday, like, that I want to sit down and do. Like, I'm, like, wandering the convention center floor is obviously very cool, and seeing which celebrities you want to chat with and things like that. But sometimes the cool things about the celebrities who are doing panels and things like that, you can hear them kind of talk about that behind the scenes type of stuff and things that they've experienced. So, no, I don't know. On Doctor Who, I can't. I'm trying to think of who, like, a must meet. I don't know. Right now, I would love to meet at any time the current Doctor that's on TV. So if Peter Capaldi would be there, I would love to talk to him, obviously.
You can't afford him.
Showrunners like Russell, like Russell Davis and things like that. I would like to meet showrunners and things like that.
Eccleston.
Whatever.
Billy Piper.
The second shortest tenured Doctor, you don't need to meet him.
Yes, I do. He's
Billy
my
Piper, the worst companion.
Don't even finish that sentence, Jard Wade.
Ever.
No.
Period.
She was the best.
Exclamation point, underline, italics,
the
font,
worst companion
27.
ever was Martha Jones, throwaway character.
She wasn't that bad. She just came at a weird transitional time.
And also, Amy Pond was really annoying.
She was not.
She was really annoying.
Are you serious?
Not as annoying as Clara.
Clearly.
She needs to
nowhere
go.
near as annoying as Clara.
I want to just open the door of the TARDIS and kick her out of it. Like, while it's in space.
While it's going, you're just like, later.
I want to, like, take the TARDIS to, like, 2045 and just kick her out and just leave her there.
Why 2045?
Because
that's
only
the
a
first
few
number
years
that
came.
future.
Because then Emily will eventually catch up to her and kick her ass again.
I will kick her ass again. No. I think she's annoying. Her
You'll put a
storyline
bear trap
overshadows.
right where she's going to land.
Oh, I'm going to get this girl. So
No, I'm just tired of her storyline overshadowing
The doctor.
Capaldi. Like,
It
it's not
does.
about, it's not Clara Oswald featuring Doctor Who. Like, that's what it's been for months.
Right, and I have nothing against Jenna Louise Coleman, who plays the character, but I feel like leading up to the 50th anniversary, the Clara Oswald character had such a build-up of, like, she's the mysterious girl, and this is that, and this is going to be the biggest thing, and I still feel like it really hasn't gone anywhere with her, other than it's just kind of being another role companion. I will give you credit. I think Rose Tyler, in terms of what the companion does for the Doctor, Rose Tyler is the best of the current era in terms of what she has done for the Doctor and for the show lore. So
Well, and I don't know. I liked Rose, how they established a relationship between the two different Doctors and how the dynamic changed so suddenly when 9 regenerated, and I don't know, I just thought that her storyline had so much more substance than Clara.
yeah.
And like, I don't need to know all about Clara's boyfriend every week. Danny Pink was like the most annoying character on this planet.
Right.
I don't have any time for it.
And I
And
feel
her
like-
whiny, she cries every episode.
does.
She literally cries every episode. Like, if you don't want to do it, then don't get in the TARDIS. If you can't handle the heat, stay out of the TARDIS kitchen.
Can't even find the TARDIS kitchen. No, I think it doesn't work well either, because we just recently came out with Amy and Rory. We came out of a companion and their love interest.
Right.
Yeah.
And that
duo.
worked way better than
Right.
Clara and Danny.
And it feels
was
like they're trying to
working.
do the same thing but do it differently, and it's not
Yeah.
jiving.
Yeah.
But from because this is to piggyback off the convention thing and
Yeah,
being
yeah.
a female, from a female standpoint,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, especially being a Doctor Who fan or any other show that you care to reference, I just know Doctor Who is infamous because all the companions are female.
Mostly, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what do you? Do you feel when you're watching it? Do you feel more connected to the companions? Less connected? Do you feel like it's sensationalized because there's always got to be a girl around? Or I mean, what are your thoughts as a female fan?
I guess, my first instinct would to relate to the female. But I think it's just very easy to get caught up in that whole thing. Like, that could be what?
Nothing, go ahead.
Why'd you gasp?
They added somebody new to the guest list.
Who is it?
You continue talking about what you... I'm flipping out, though. Continue.
Okay. Well, now I can't.
Wait,
No.
who's they?
Wizard World.
Oh, okay.
For this weekend.
Who is it?
You finished talking.
But now nobody's going to care. They're just going to fast forward to when you tell
No, they're
me.
not.
By the time
Listen.
this comes out, it's Wizard World
Okay,
done.
all right.
But show me right now.
All right. Okay.
No.
No,
I'm not for anybody.
What was I saying? Oh, I think, yeah, but it's very easy to get swept up in that whole, like, I could run away with the Doctor, like, if a girl can keep up, like, I think it's really important to give girls role models as well. And I also think it would be interesting to have a female Doctor. Of course, everybody is all up in arms about that right now. But I do really appreciate Capaldi's very firm stance on there not being any type of romance between him and whoever his companion may be.
Yep.
I think that's that's something that they played with Amy Pond in the beginning, and Rose for sure, and then Martha had that weird unrequited love storyline, and
Yeah.
I just think it creates a better dynamic, because then you get to know more the Doctor as a person than rather the Doctor and his love interest or whatever.
Right.
But I could always do with more River Song. Bring back River
I think
forever.
I think her storyline has run its course, but it was a very cool storyline though. But yeah, no, Capaldi, I think his rationale for not wanting the romantic thing was because the Doctors he grew up watching in the classic time, that was just not a thing. The romantic thing has come more of a part of the revamped, relaunch series.
Well, right. And I mean, it's good. It appeals to, a broader spectrum of generations, which is good. It's a good thing, but...
So to expand then off of Doctor Who, well, do you want to go? You want to?
No, I'm
Yes.
good. I'll wait.
No.
I want to wait to the very end of this episode.
This is the worst. Are we
So-
all going to die, or just you dying?
Nobody's going to die.
Well, like of excitement.
Oh, well, yeah. I will pass out. No, not
Will
really.
we? Like
no.
scale of 1 to 10.
You,
like
maybe
scale
a
of
1.
Jenna Louise Coleman to Christopher Eccleston. Like, where am I?
You're like a 2.
Okay.
You're like a Karen Gillan.
Yeah, I'm like a,
Yeah.
or like a,
All right, spill it.
Yeah.
We're
Just
ready
do
to
it.
hear
Oh, it's really not. And now I've hyped it up more than it probably should be. It's going to be somebody that we talked about at one point in time on the podcast.
A D-lister?
Is it Mel Gibson?
It was not a D-lister.
Oh, okay.
It's not a D-lister.
Is it Mel Gibson? Because we talk about him fairly routinely, and I don't know why.
He needs to be paying us money to be on this episode, on this show. No, it was on our Star Wars chat.
do
And
it.
it was...
Is it Billy D?
It's not Billy D. No.
Is it
no.
Natalie Portman?
It is not
Clone Commander
Natalie
Rex?
Portman. No.
Porkman?
Yeah.
Her name's Porkman.
No, it is not Clone Commander
I don't
Rex. It
remember.
was my favorite
Is it Jar Jar
villain.
Binks?
No.
Is it Emperor? No, Palpatine's my villain.
It was, yeah. And then...
Is it Darth Vader?
Oh, Darth Maul. Ray Park.
Ray Park.
Ray Park Jr. Can you sing the Ghostbusters theme for me? Yeah, come on.
Oh my god.
I'm afraid no ghost.
For those that can't see what's going on, Emily is so disturbed and over this entire thing. She's literally looking at her fingernails in her hand and like, I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm excited
cool.
about Ray
These
Park.
Yeah.
nerds over here jumping out of their seats.
Yeah.
Like,
And then they've added some cosplayers. That was the other thing I was looking at was they
Oh,
added like some
cool.
professional cosplayers. So
That's
no,
not a thing.
that'll be fun. Well, apparently it is.
I'm
Super
just kidding.
Casey's gonna be.
Cosplayers
be
around
there?
the world. I'm just kidding. I appreciate your art.
we've
Can I
seen,
take my picture with you?
I really like that costume.
Well, we've seen now on the flip side of that, because girls get sensationalized for the short skirts and things like that. We've
Long
seen
jackets?
yes, cake. We've seen some really really cool costumes. Like we saw a really bitchin' Hellraiser. Remember
Oh,
that
yeah,
big
it was
like that big monster.
Oh, that was the
I mean, you couldn't even
what was
tell.
he?
I mean, you couldn't even tell there's a person inside that. It was huge.
It
I mean,
was amazing.
some of these
Awesome.
are really in-depth.
Alien. Do you remember the
Yes,
alien?
there was a big alien. There was somebody with
amazing.
wings.
Its mouth was dripping.
Yeah, the aliens. Yeah, there's some cool stuff
cool.
on the flip side.
And it had the little bear mouth. I'm gonna eat y'all. That's a
Hey.
Family Guy reference.
I'm just gonna.
I'm gonna eat you with
brain.
my little mouth.
I'm gonna eat you.
So,
Oops, stung myself.
all right. Off the sidebar.
Oops.
Jump off the Doctor Who thing. I don't want to talk
Yeah.
too much about them, but
Doo-doo.
tell me, as a gal, shows that pop
How
culture.
do you feel about-
shows, Yes.
Men's underwear.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to
All
say
right.
menstruation.
All right, Tony, continue.
I was trying to. Yeah, no response.
I didn't go there.
Tell me other shows, pop culture shows that you, as a female viewer, really are like and identify with and enjoy, and why, and the ones that you are not a fan of, ones that rub you the wrong way, and why.
I don't know. We watch a lot of TV.
Yeah, we do.
Game of Thrones. I love Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones. I love it. I love the story. I love the characters. But I mean, can we go an episode without seeing an areola? I'm not sure because, and you know, I am a strong believer that Daenerys Targaryen would be just as strong of a female character with her top on than she is without it. And
She has been the last few seasons.
yeah, because she said she wouldn't come back if
Right.
they kept making her.
But see, that's an interesting.
out her tatas.
It's an interesting dichotomy though, because you love the show.
I love the show,
But you hate that aspect.
well, I
of
don't
it.
hate it, and I understand why they do it, and I mean, I get it. I'm not an idiot, but you know, I just some of it did get a little too much for me, especially where Tyrion Lannister was concerned, where he liked to spend most of his time, was where we saw a lot of the action
The brothel.
in the brothel.
Oh,
So,
Ladies of the night.
and the day,
etc.
ladies of the night
and the day,
and exchanging glances.
And mid-afternoon.
and also the morning.
Dusk.
No, but I don't know. As a female, I don't really feel a certain way about it. I just sometimes I feel like it gets to be a little overboard. But I don't know. What other shows do we watch? We watch everything.
We do. We watch a ton of
A little
stuff.
bit of everything.
Or tell me, I mean, if you
Walking
can't...
Dead.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing about The Walking Dead.
Mhm.
All the characters I like on The Walking Dead are male. Couldn't stand Lori. Couldn't stand Andrea. Like,
you don't mind Michonne.
I don't Michonne because she might as well be a man.
She's a dude.
Like,
She's a dude.
you know, and I mean, I like, you know, Carol's okay. I waffle back and forth with
Again,
her.
she's
and
pretty. Because she's sacked up. That's why. Because she's like.
Yeah.
I don't want to say she's like a man, but you know.
I mean, yeah, but she takes care of business, and I like Maggie too. Although she's kind of fading into the background, but all of the characters that stand out, like when you think about The Walking Dead and you think about the driving forces of the show, it's Norman Reedus, it's Andrew Lincoln, it's not it's not any of the female characters, it's whoever the little kid who plays Carl, like they're the people who Coral 230 Coral. No, but so I don't know, it's just a strange dynamic with girl characters in sci-fi shows. We started watching that show Helix. It's another sci-fi show, and again, the two girl characters in that show are maddeningly annoying. Like, can't even, like, as soon as they open their mouths, I'm like, nope, I can't. Can we not? Can we skip your line? And it's just really unfortunate. And I don't know if that's just bad writing, if they're not, casting the right people. I don't know, or if it's just because most of the shows of that nature that are successful feature strong male characters. I don't know. Lost, even.
Yeah.
Strong male characters.
Now, see, I don't want to put, 2 and 2 doesn't necessarily always equal 4.
But most of the time.
Yes, but what I'm trying to get at here is that
2 times out of 2 times.
we talk about shows that have, I hear you say, I like the show even though the girls are not that great. I like the show even though the girls are not that great. I like the show even though they do certain things with the girls. There's one show in my mind that sticks out as incredibly strong female characters, like legit characters, not because they're manly or not because they're doing something. They're still like feminine but good characters, and you couldn't even get almost through one episode before you denied it forever. And that's Firefly.
That is not because of the female characters. That's because it's boring and
like
I was
I said,
tired.
2 + 2 doesn't always equal 4. I'm not saying there's a direct correlation,
It's not
but
cause and effect.
I'm not saying that there's a direct correlation, but that's the
No,
only one I
I
can
know.
think of, because we don't watch like Buffy, we don't watch like Charmed. So
I did watch Buffy.
Okay,
when
did
it was
you
a thing.
like it then?
I liked Buffy.
Yeah.
And I totally forgot one of my favorite shows that features a predominantly female cast is Orange is the New Black. It's not sci-fi or nerdy at all, but it's all women, and they carry that show effortlessly. So, it just depends. I don't know. Firefly's boring, though. Sorry.
It's not.
A little.
It's no.
It's
You're
a lot of
so.
talking.
I've got the entire
You're so
first season
wrong.
on Blu-ray if you
It's
want to
the
borrow
only-
it.
No,
Is that
we've
the
got
only
it. She
one?
just refuses to.
Oh.
refuses
That's
to
my-
sack up.
Firefly is my Gilmore Girls. Gilmore Girls.
I feel bad making such a strong opinion because I really only made it through half an episode. It just, I don't know. I'll try again. I promise. But we have to skip the Christina Hendricks episode because
No.
Tony will dream about it later.
Have you watched Serenity?
No.
No, because I wouldn't start her with that until she got through Firefly.
I wonder if
We have a lot of rules.
I wonder if she just watched it, just to kind of get through it, and then she could go back and then rewatch it.
Yeah, for continuity purposes, it was similar to what we were talking about with the Star Wars thing, where you start and things like that. I'm not sure I would have gotten the same experience out of Serenity if I hadn't seen Firefly.
You can rewatch it.
Yeah.
I left out another show that has strong female characters.
What's that?
Can you guess? One of my favorite shows.
Miss USA pageant.
Yeah, totally. Battlestar
Dance
Galactica.
Moms, so
Battlestar Galactica with Katie Sackhoff. She's
kind of mannish, but
she's kind of mannish, but
you're
she's
right.
amazing.
She was her own person.
And the president.
Laura Roslin.
Yeah,
Candace McClure, who was
yeah, she was
what's her name?
a throwaway character.
She was not such thing. 6.
But again, 6. But again,
Athena. Yeah, there was a lot of good.
there were a lot of strong females. But you know about Adama and Little Adama, and
Little
Gata.
Gata.
Data.
Yes.
Data. Star Trek. What's going on?
Crossover. Which PS there is, sidebar, there is a really funny, I got this when we were on honeymoon. There's a really funny Star Trek Doctor Who crossover comic book series that's really, really funny.
I think I remember seeing that.
Delightfully
at some point.
random.
Nice.
It's right up there with Afterlife with Archie in terms of things that shouldn't be but are, and are pretty cool.
That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Well, when are you going to come back again? When are you going to chat with us again?
Whenever.
You might be going to some
Tomorrow.
conventions with us.
Yeah, heck yeah.
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 We'll be at Wizard World.
Yeah. We will be at Wizard World.
And
You
others.
should find us. I'll be walking around with my brown satchel and the microphones I'm gonna record it. I'm gonna record the
Not
crap.
a brown satchel.
Yeah.
Like a European shoulder bag.
Yes. And that's that's not what I'm gonna call it.
Like that
Merce.
episode of Friends when Joey carries the bag.
It's not a man purse.
It has pockets for all of my stuff. My keys, my wallet.
I don't think that's how Joey sounded.
That's in my mind. That's how he
That's how
sounded.
he sounds.
How you doing?
That's why she likes the show. She
Yeah.
creates their own voices in her head.
My name is Chandler. My name
Could
is
I
Chandler.
be any funnier?
Hi, I'm Monica.
Well, this was a very serious episode.
I know. I feel bad. I don't think it was that fun.
But it's needed. I think that it was needed with all the conventions coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Having a female perspective on how to appropriately engage the female sex at conventions is important.
I'm gonna host a panel. Geek Chatting 101.
Are you gonna wear like a cardigan all buttoned up and whatnot with your hair
I
pulled
am.
back in a ponytail
And glasses.
and put a Bible in the center
And I'm
of the
going
table?
to say, and then I'll have girls walk up and I'll say, now what do you think you should say to this young lady?
You look really pretty.
Nice cans.
No, that's
No.
incorrect.
Now you get the
Slap
shock.
with the ruler. Try again. Maybe you'll get a Hershey kiss if you get the right answer.
Let the Hershey her kiss. Oh, worth it.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, you guys got anything coming up? Anything you want to plug or promote? Anything new going with Indie Prov or any cool things happening in any new hosting things that you're doing, Tony?
No.
Nope. Okay.
No, still putting some of the finishing touches on Volume 3 of the Gore Score. After that's done, and there's a few things that's going on. It is going on. She doesn't know. I mean, it's pretty much done already. It's just a matter of finishing the editing.
You're having a baby.
Did I miss that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's been as I post new things to the site, it writes itself. But between that, there's
a blog
there's
book.
a few other work and career related things going on. After that, this summer, you'll be hearing more about this too. I'll be turning my attention to the game. She's all about it at home, but when she gets in front of an audience, it's,
I'm not all about it. I'm all about Tony focusing his energy on positive recreation activities.
why do you think that's a negative recreation activity?
No, that's why I'm saying that it's fine with me. But I'm okay. So these two are obsessed with board games, and I can't deal. It's too much. And
Well,
Tony's making his own.
What two?
You do.
Oh, I think we have a mutual respect and enjoyability factor for board games, but it's not like we're. It's not like we're
it's not
so
like you would
over the top.
Yeah, it's not like you would go spend $70 on plastic card sleeves
Hey,
for your board games.
that's protecting
Never.
the money that I've already
That's right.
invested.
It's a protective investment. Yes. It's not like you wake up at 3 a.m. and I'm on the phone with Jared playing Star Realms.
I wouldn't be surprised. What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm? That's how that conversation would go.
We've done that joke before on here.
Have you?
Yep.
Was it me? Well, I
No.
just got really close to my microphone. You're going to have to fix that part. I'm sorry. It just...
No. What? All
All
right. Well, we will see everybody at Wizard World. Hopefully, guys and girls got something out of this episode. And next time you see Emily at a convention, come up to her and say thank you.
Respect yourself.
Respect yourself before you wreck yourself, because she will wreck you. She will punch you in the face and then step over you.
It's true. It happens.
She's a tiny tornado of
It
tantrum
happens.
and
Usually
torrential-
after the fact, it's a quote unquote accident, but it does happen
Hey.
routinely.
you fell on
No.
like 7 or 8 bullets.
Someone call the police.
Help me.
Don't say that. People will take you seriously.
Nobody will take him seriously.
No.
I love my husband.
Good. Emily, thanks for coming on again.
Thank you.
Tony, thanks, buddy.
Thank you. In deference to our female fan, I'm going to let you be the first person to say the magic word other than me, if you want to.
I don't think I can do it. Wait,
Okay.
wait, ready?
She doesn't know what it is.
Wait, will you?
She doesn't know what it is.
I'm not going to whisper the word to you. You just do it.
Choo. Oh, that
Nailed it.
sucked. I can't. You do it.
Nailed it.
Goodbye.